And one of the questions I always get from people, and one of the things that people are always mouthing off to me on Twitter about when I talk about, oh, the dollar is going to fall apart, or, oh, we're killing the dollar, or whatever, because I make all these comments every time we announce another round of stimulus, which is like every 25 minutes at this point. They always bring up the DXY. And so quickly what I'll say is that the DXY is a dollar index that's weighted against a basket of other fiat currencies. So
correct.
When the dollar strengthens or weakens based on, and you're using the DXY as a gauge, what you're looking at is you're looking at the dollar's strength or weakness versus other fiat currencies. And so if you believe that gold is real money, which of course we do, and people have for thousands of years, a way to really measure the dollar's strength as time progresses is to mark it against something that's finite, something that has, been an economic instrument for thousands of years, that's been widely accepted as currency for thousands of years, and that's gold. And so as the price of gold goes up in dollars, that means the dollar's strength against gold is decreasing. So when gold hits a new all-time high, that's essentially telling you, if you believe that gold is real money, that the dollar is hitting record lows. So when people kind of mouth off about the DXY and say, oh, you keep calling for a dollar crash, but whatever, the DXY is holding up, then I say, well, look at every world fiat currency versus gold. And most of them are at or near all-time highs. So I think gold is a much better way to distinguish the strength of the dollar. I mean, do you agree with that?
I do, but I'd also compartmentalize it further.
Do it.
And so when I look at the dollar, and is it strong? Is it weak? Do we have inflation? Do we have deflation? All these things. I think most people just see it as kind of binary, like the dollar is going up or it's going down. Unfortunately, it's not that easy. So to your point, you've got the DXY, which is a measurement of a dollar against a basket of currency, mostly euros. But that can be going up, meaning 101, 102, 103, while at the same time we are experiencing, call it 10% inflation, and these aren't exact numbers, just throwing them out there, call it 10% consumer price inflation in the United States. So if all those people that are talking to you are giving you a hard time on Twitter, if their personal expenses, their housing, their food, education, healthcare, their car payments, insurance payments, taxes, if that was going up at a 10% clip per year, but the dollar was going on the DXY was going from 100 to 101, is the dollar going up or down? Well, it's going up on the DXY, but according to you, it's going way down because your expenses denominated in dollars are going up. Now, then you take it a step further and you look at asset markets, right? So look at housing market from 2006 to 2012. Okay, it went down by, call it 50%. While at the same time, the consumer price index through that 6-year period, let's say, went up by 20% when you compound it. So in that case, was the dollar going up or going down? Well, it depends. The dollar was going up in relationship to housing, but it was going down in relationship to everything else.
Right.
So you really have to compartmentalize asset prices, consumer price inflation, and the dollar against other currencies. If you try to combine all three into one, you're never going to get an accurate reading.